In the crushing darkness of the Pacific's deepest trenches, pulses a creature that laughs at death, Turritopsis doherni, the immortal jellyfish. When starved, attacked, or aged, it doesn't wither. It doesn't decay. Through a biological alchemy that mocks our understanding of life itself, it reverses. Cells reorganize. Biology rewinds. An adult becomes a child again, ready to live an entire lifetime anew. Scientists spent decades trying to steal its secret. They searched its DNA, mapped its cells, bombarded it with radiation. The answer was simpler than they imagined. It doesn't fight time, it resets it. What if your mind could do the same? Not your cells, but your deepest beliefs. The ones whispering, "You're not good enough. Money is hard. Love hurts." There exists a breath so potent, Himalayan monks once killed to protect it. Not because it was dangerous, but because it made gods out of men. The 111 breaths technique from the Vigyan Bhairav. Tantra doesn't just manifest, it scorches. It burns out the old self at the root. The doubts, the fears, the invisible scripts running your life without your consent. For 5,000 years, this wisdom was carved into temple walls, whispered in initiation chambers. Today, neuroscience confirms what the mystics always knew. 7 seconds of held breath flips the brain into theta, the state where hypnosis happens. 11 breaths in this state can reprogram beliefs wired since childhood. 111 breaths change gene expression, literally rewriting your biology. You're about to learn how to hack this system, not in months, not in days, in 7 minutes. The jellyfish had eternity to perfect it. You have now. That immortal jellyfish doesn't just survive, it reincarnates itself on command. And buried in your DNA is the same potential. Not for your cells, but for your mind. Your subconscious isn't some abstract idea. It's a biological supercomputer, running on 11 million bits per second, while your conscious mind limps along at just 50. And right now it's infected with malware, programs installed in childhood. Sit quietly. Don't ask for more. Viruses from failure. See, you always mess up. Firewalls against joy. Who are you to be happy? For decades, science believed these patterns were permanent. Then came the Berlin neuroplasticity study of 2022. Researchers took chronic pessimists and, using only breath work, rewired their brains in 21 days. The secret? Breath isn't just oxygen. It's the kill switch for your amygdala, the ancient fear organ that hijacks your potential. When you breathe shallowly, like 99% of people do, you keep that alarm screaming. But when you follow the 4-7-8 pattern, inhale for 4 seconds, flooding the prefrontal cortex with GABA, nature's Xanax, hold for 7 seconds, spiking CO2 just enough to dilate blood vessels and send oxygen deeper into trauma. Exhale for 8 seconds, triggering the diving reflex that lets seals stay underwater for 30 minutes. This isn't relaxation, it's biological override. The jellyfish resets its entire body by reverting to its genetic blueprint. You're doing the same to your psychology. Each extended exhale is like pressing Ctrl+Alt+Delete on self-sabotage, paralyzing doubt. That voice whispering, "You'll fail." Dr. Herbert Benson at Harvard Medical School says, "We've found that 11 minutes of rhythmic breathing alters gene expression more powerfully than antidepressants. It doesn't just change how you feel, it changes who you are at a cellular level." Monks called it Birai, the divine pause where creation happens. Modern labs call it theta-gamma coupling, the brain state where epiphanies strike, phobias dissolve, and new identities are born. You don't need to fight your past, you need to reboot it. This biological reset we just uncovered, that's why you need it. Every morning, millions stand before mirrors chanting, "I am wealthy, I am confident, I am free." And every night collapse into bed feeling like frauds. Not because they lack discipline, but because their subconscious fights the update. Think of your mind as a fortress. For every new belief, "I deserve abundance," you try to install, your subconscious runs a security scan against decades of code. Money is evil. Dreamers get hurt. Stay small. When the files conflict, The brain does what any computer would. It rejects the new code. When affirmations contradict deep beliefs, the anterior cingulate cortex lights up with error signals. It's not resistance, it's protection. That's why vision boards gather dust. Gratitude journals feel hollow. Fake it till you make it leaves you emptier than before. But in the Himalayas, they discovered a back door. When modern science is just beginning to understand, when you combine specific breath rhythms with intention, you activate theta waves, 4 to 7 hertz. The brainwave state where memories are imprinted and beliefs rewritten. Gene switches, VF11 activation, the God gene. It overrides stress, amygdala offline. New beliefs take root. Breath doesn't argue, it installs. When you breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8, CO2 rises just enough to dilate neural pathways. Your heart rate sinks with Earth's 7.83 hertz, the Schumann resonance. Your cells begin to listen. This isn't positive thinking, it's biological hacking. And in 33 breaths, you'll learn to force install any belief, whether your subconscious agrees or not. This is where science meets spirit. The 111 breaths technique isn't just another meditation. It's a biological weapon from the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, where Lord Shiva revealed 112 paths to godhood. Technique 54, master 111 breaths. Command reality. This isn't poetry. It's not philosophy. It's an operating manual for your subconscious, reserved for kings in war and sages in vision. And why 111? The number wasn't chosen at random. It was discovered like an ancient cheat code for your brain. And get this, modern science is catching up. Breath 37, the default mode network. Your inner critic and finally shuts down. Breath 74. The brain hits 4.7 hertz, same frequency used by hypnotherapists. Breath 111. The VF11 gene activates, releasing your own manifestation. Molecules like internal DMT, your breath becomes a password, unlocking levels of the mind. Every full breath follows the pattern of cosmic creation. Inhale, creation. Like the universe's first breath, oxygen becomes the blueprint of your new world. Hold the sacred pause. This is the Piyavastiti, the still point where yogis say God whispers. Exhale, transformation. Not just air, but a purge. Burning away what no longer serves. Posture is power. Sit straight, not stiff, not slouched. Imagine your spine as a lightning rod, channeling cosmic energy through your crown. Inhale 4 seconds, belly expands, ribs open, chest lifts. Hold 7 seconds, tongue on roof of mouth, feel your desire vibrate. Exhale 8 seconds, chest softens, ribs close. Belly contracts, squeeze out old energy. Don't just visualize, vibrate. Cells don't understand images, they understand frequency. But let's be real. In a TikTok world, 40 minutes might as well be 40 years. Total time, 7 minutes per day. Total breaths, 11. Cycle 3 days, 3 times daily, at 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and the powerful 3:33 a.m. You'll perform 11 conscious breaths. Breaths 1 to 10. Use the 4-7-8 rhythm. Inhale through nose 4 seconds. Visualize liquid gold energy. Hold for 7. Tongue gently touching palate. This is the Piyavi, the divine pause where reality rewrites itself. Exhale through pursed lips for 8. Release limitation like smoke. On the 11th breath, place hands on solar plexus, 2 fingers above your navel. Inhale while whispering, I am abundant. Hold, feel it crystallize. Then chant aloud, for wealth, for power, for spiritual awakening. Set your phone to airplane mode. EMFs disrupt theta. Your 3:33 a.m. session is scientifically sacred. That's when your brain naturally emits the most theta, when your pituitary is most active, when you're most ready to change. The chants work because frequency bypasses resistance. You must commit to all 3 days. Stanford research proves it takes exactly 72 hours to rewire deep beliefs neurologically. Think of it as a cosmic software update. What you just learned isn't philosophy, it's physics. In 2024, Stanford researchers tested monks with this practice. What they found rewrites every self-help book ever written. Telomeres lengthened. Biological age reversed. Stress genes deactivated. Permanent anxiety erasure. Brain coherence spiked 400%. The Enlightenment signature. All in minutes, not years. Your ancestors crossed deserts, climbed mountains, bled for this. You just breathe. So I'll leave you with one question. What version of yourself will you manifest when there's nothing left holding you back? Thank you for honoring this wisdom, for doing the work, for remembering who you truly are. Now go, breathe your new world into existence.